Hi, YouTube Live. Right now, my live.me is on the charger and it's charging, so I'm just gonna deal with this on YouTube as it is. So, what I wanted to talk about is back to school for you for all the students, and the reason why I want, because I'm saying this is that the trial and the tribulations for all the schools are done. We know by the school's records of their grades, majority of the humans, I'm saying majority of the humans that's in that in that range, we need to get them back to school. Okay? Um and how I want to do this is to just reopen them back up. We open that and have all the students go back to school as if this regular is like back to school regularly how it used to be. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I believe that these children had enough of being at home, enough of watching their grades drop, and this and that. I believe that these children is ready. I believe that this generation kids are ready to take the next step and move forward and take the wipes with them, take the antibacterial spray with them, spray around them. I believe that these children will do it. I believe that this generation children will do it. It's because I believe that now they understand that how much their education really, really means to them. I believe that these children, I mean, these pre-adults, these teenagers, these kids, these children, that generation has seen enough of 2019, had enough of 2020, and I believe they are ready to take responsibility. Okay? So what I need all the leaders to do is to speak directly to the students, not the parents, directly to the students. Make an agreement with the students, okay, and with the parents. But make sure that every student understands that they must now have the hand bacteria spray with them, to spray around, and this and that to help minimize the cost and how much people. Okay, we gotta get I bet you that the children, the kids nowadays, this generation kids, that I bet you they don't want to go to school. They would want to get out of this house, go back to school, see their friends, deal with that stuff. Yeah. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you think about it, if we put all the children in one safe facility, one school that we adults make sure is sanitized, is clean, and maintained, I know the handful of staff, handful of teachers, handful of janitors. If they work together, they can get it done. I have seen it. I have worked with a crew that was only 3, and we got shit done that would look like had 30 people, 100 people doing them, but it was only 3 of us. Okay, I believe this. I want Hawaii to reopen their schools when time comes next year. And the reason why I'm preaching this is because I usually always preach like 4 to 3 months ahead of time. It's because I still got to give them time of suggestions, opinions, um, you know, trying to put a plan into place with more details, blah, blah, blah. I usually try to give as much. Oh, no, for a second. Sorry. So, what I was saying is that I believe that all these kids, they are ready to go back to school. During this time right now, I want all the parents to start speaking to their children about all the parents that has the opportunity to get their children these things and has more of the opportunity of having this more often with Lysol, Clorox, stuff like that. Okay. I would like the parents to start to have one like a community tree directly for parents that have students in these class, like do homeroom classes trees, okay? And then nominate one person to hold on to the tree, and when there's an emergency that, hey, we're running down on Clorox, what family can help? So because if and what family cannot because of their situations, this and that, blah blah. And you can see that the list could be small, like maybe one or two families actually is willing to help. Okay. In the average before, it used to be 5 out of 10 families that would actually help, but I dropped them from 10 families. I think only like about maybe 2 families or 1 family really going to help with this situation, but that's better because that would have them speak out to their friends. Yeah, that one person is helping, talk to them. Have them talk to their friends. Use word of mouth as an advertising to get your neighbors to help with that too. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you go out there. What I'm telling parents, okay? I would like you to go to the store. If you buy Clorox, buy the small bottles, Clorox, the spray ones, just fill that up and give that to the teacher. Okay, I'm not telling you give them a big gallon or, I'm telling you fill up those small ones and give that one to the teacher. And make sure that they can stretch everything they get for the whole month. I promise you, I know that this works. I have done it. It is stretchable for a whole month, even if you use them every day. If you got at least 15 parents actually giving you a small bottle, and at the beginning, I promise you, at the beginning, from all the funding from us and all the help to get these schools going, you're going to have enough at the beginning. That's when I demand all the teachers and all the parents and all the staff do not go, bonkers on all this free cleaning supplies. They're not for your house. They better stay in school and be used only for the school buildings and the school facilities. They're not for your house. They're not for your friend's house. They're not for your grandmother's house. They're not for nothing but the school. If what you're using that equipment for or the supplies for has nothing that's had any association with the school, then that means no. Meaning that, I'm doing because we had one, like a small group project at my place. No. You can do the small group project at school. You understand? So the reason why I'm doing this is because I want the facilities to be the safe place. Once I start to trust that the facilities are safe, the people doing their policies, the students understand the wipe down, clean, and then move on, and we just got to get the students to understand it's not a hassle, it's not a chore. Just at this time right now, it's a survival thing. Asking you to have healthy life behaviors is a survival technique right now. It's a survival technique right now. So let these children know to survive this time. Just take the extra 10 minutes to spray down your chair, wipe them down, and sit down. And before you leave, we ask you again, just spray them down and wipe them down. But if you don't more time, just spray them with anti-spray because that's good enough. Because when the next person comes, They're going to wipe them down when they like sit down, this and that. It's those that is lazy. Those that thinking to themselves in their head, I got to take out 10 minutes out of my life, or 5 minutes, 2 minutes out of my life. Just go and wipe them down so I can sit down and be safe. That kind of mind thinking is destroying your safety, destroying your health, and destroying what you was used to of having luxuries. People's thinking like that, of being lazy in the head, is the real reason why you are having a lot of damages to your lifestyle. Who's damaging your lifestyles are those that the mindset that is too long for spray. Take too much money. Forget this for that, because I like get cigarettes. I like go get this. I like go get that. So in either which way, yeah. The thing, what I will always say, if we could get, so if you think about it, if we have 30 students in one class, just getting 5 students, 2 students just to spray around, you know what? Those 2 students just became superheroes. Those 2 students, or that 1 student that spray around, took the time to be teacher's pet, whatever, would save everybody's life. That's the superhero. So right now, if all you children like be one superhero or be somebody important, take the time. Just like people that needs to be superheroes, right? They gotta take the time. They gotta take time out of their lives and go do that mission, right? So I'm asking you, can you take time out of your life and do this mission to help you survive? This is a survival mission to all the students out there. Can you show these adults, and can you, teenagers and this generation kids, can you show these younger generation how to get it done right? Because the generation above you, look at their rallies. Look at Donald Trump stuff. Look at the embarrassment. Show them that we are not sour losers. We know how to take a loss, and we know how to blend with the loss, and we know how to make the loss better because we can work with it. Okay? Catching the COVID was a loss. So that's the same thing I'm asking all of you. Can you handle the loss of catching the COVID? We have the COVID already. Can you handle getting out of your way, taking time out of your life to do the right thing? Can you take the time out of your life and do the right thing and practice healthy protocols? Healthy, safe protocols. That's what I'm asking you. Please place your healthy protocols as priority, because when you keep yourself clean and you spray around you, you're helping everybody around you. Please do so. Please. Because it will help. It will be awesome. Everybody will feel the difference. By physical evidence that this works. Look at the other countries that are having celebrations that they're opening up in more of a safe way. But I'm sorry, because your adults, your parents, it never listen. You're going to have to go to school in a more hazard way. Meaning, all these other countries with all those kids going back to school is in a high level hazard like you. They're going to be in the orange and the yellow. When you go back to school in America, United States of America, okay, you're going to be in the red zone because we in red. So I'm asking all of you, and I'm begging all of you, by your school records, by this trial that I did with you guys this year, I have enough data and enough evidence to make my claim in court that these mindsets still need teaching. These mindsets still need guidance. So we need these facilities open immediately. I have my data. I have my tribulations and trials. I know what children works well online and what children do not. And I have a majority list of those that do not do well self-taught. Meaning, majority of the human minds are not self-taught. I thought you guys was all could be self-taught, but no, I was wrong. You need the teaching. You need schools. Schools are very important to you humans. I found that out by looking at the graphs and your grades and all that stuff. And I was like, you know what? This cannot be. I was wrong. You guys are not self-taught. I am self-taught. There's a small minimum group that I saw the records. It's really small. It's really minimum. There's a minimum group of people that is self-taught. They can teach themselves, so they can go online, read what they did, and they'll catch on. Not a lot of the human mindsets need somebody to teach them, show them, but move things around by pictures, and because eyesight, everything movement. I just found out there's not that much people that can do it the way I have. You watch it one time, you catch on. That is self-taught. That's why. I found out I was wrong. Humans are not self-taught. I had seaweed in my tea. Okay. So, if humans are not self-taught, we need to be really smart and really think about it. How are we going to get all of this going? So, now I can get the data of how the schools can run if they're in the yellow. Now I'm getting data of how the schools will run with orange. So I nominate United States of America to have every school through all 50 states to be reopened full force and effect, with all the supplies and everything in, because it'll be cheaper that way. Because for 6 hours to 8 hours, we will know that the children are in a facility. As long as we can trust that there's no con artists, humans that is fucking this up. If you notice, where everything fucks up, if it's the human that's fucking us over. So, let's get this our shit together, humans. And let's get this shit done. Let's get our kids back into those facilities. Let's make sure, as parents, we will make sure all you responsible parents is out there that always been part of the committee stuff at, I am putting this on you. I am relying on you, these parents of the committee that usually always loving what the school, a part of the school, always, in the sports and stuff. I am depending on you and that small group of yours to keep an eye on the school, making sure that, be the little snitch that, oh, the school never do this and the school never do that. I see, and I've been through this, and I'm the parent of this. That again, I'm going to need people to start speaking out in that term. Is because now we're going to go into trial and tribulation that way. We have the vaccines coming out. We have the trial and tribulation coming out in that way. So that means this is a perfect opportunity to start preparing to getting our kids back to school. Meaning, at least we had the prepare and the plan, knowing that when the vaccines work on who and who does not. And then we'll know how many children, how everybody can go back to school. And then the stress will get lesser and lesser because we'll get more data and more data. See, more stressful right now is because we are only dealing with the little data we have. So if you notice the way I do them is to receive data here and there, and then I will work with it. Why do you think I told everybody, please forgive me if I look like some scientist that's making you look like guinea pigs? But you got to believe me, you are. All you humans right now is my little guinea pigs, because how am I getting the data? I got the data from all these students. How we got from the educational board. The kids need guidance. The children, they need it. Why do you think it was like, at the little kids? And I said, why only the little ones? Send them all one time. And they was like, oh, wouldn't that be too much of a hassle of like a swarm? And I said, no. As if we can trust the facility. How is the children going to get sick if they're in the facility? And the children that's going to school, when they get into a homeroom, you can swab their mouth with a COVID test. That's what I want to do. So every morning, when the kids come to school, they will do a COVID test. You see how much easier that is? We got the students to come to us. We're not over there making advertisement. Come here, come here. We already have school buses picking them up. We already have them donated to this facility at this proper time. And we're doing it early in the morning to check their COVID. And if we do it every day, that's when we can catch. Oh my God, okay, this person, who they usually hang out with, what's going on, and then the teachers can start spraying, and the certain group of people that they hang out with, they will know that, oh my God, my friend had the COVID, maybe, you know what I mean? They can send them home, or they can give them medicine. They can take the test again. They can wait in the nurse's office. There is ways to handle this kind of stuff. Just don't be scared. Don't get scared when the situation of that type of event happen. Keep you level-headed. Understand that I gave you suggestions. All of you out there that listens to me and knows that I'm trying to do my best to guide you. Be calm. Stay calm. Think straight and protect the person that you need to. God let them come through your path for a reason. And I promise you, you do the right thing. Even though if that person had COVID, I promise you, you do the righteous, holy thing. The contagious of the COVID not going to affect you. The contagious of COVID going to slowly disappear. But I need your cooperation. I need your understanding. I need you guys to stop doing what you're doing and being stubborn and deaf. You do what I ask, I promise you, you will be blessed. And you will believe all this COVID and 2020 and all the pandemic and the crisis as if it never existed. You guys will start to live your guys' lives and forget that this pandemic ever existed. Just please. And then slowly, slowly, you're going to notice that we don't need to cleaning. We don't need to keep up with the behavior. It's going to go back to optional. But take the time now to do what is right. Meaning, live, survive. Fight for something that is worth fighting for. And what is worth fighting for? Your own life, your own safety, your own health. Do not fight for somebody else's personal profits, please. If you want to fight for someone's personal profits, fight for God. Die for God. If you all can die for a human being, then why you cannot die for God? You see how you guys standing in that huge, huge protest, saying that you guys gonna die for a human being. Stand right there while we shoot you all and say die for God. I bet you guys all would run and cry. Because if the military did come in, the military must understand they are under oath under God. They must fight and kill for God. They are under God. They are not under one human being. They're under God. So if anybody, like, what is the rule? There cannot be no other person above God. They will die for this human being, but will not die for under God. Then shoot them. Because they're disrespecting the military way and the military life. I should know. I was trained, bred, and raised that way. I know the difference. But anyways, we're going to end that there because I'm getting too far from my point of view of the school.